You're listening to Sideshow Network.
Hey, hi, how are you? I'm Jamie Flam, and I'm the artistic director of the Hollywood Improv. Basically, that means I'm the one responsible for booking comedians, producing shows, and making sure every night at the club is magical. You might even call me the gatekeeper. Okay, so not really, but maybe, I don't know. Outside of my job at the Improv, I also perform and write comedy, which means I sit in front of many gatekeepers myself. It's an interesting dynamic, but it's helped me learn a lot as well. Now I host a podcast about it. Each week, I talk with bookers, producers, decision makers, performers, and more.
Hey, this is Cole Stratton.
This is Janet Varney.
This is Troy Conrad.
This is Todd Glass, and you're listening to Gatekeeper.
It's an inside look at the art of saying yes and no. Also, there are sound effects. Be sure to subscribe to Gatekeeper on iTunes, Stitcher, or wherever you listen to podcasts. And you can find more info at sideshownetwork.tv.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Worst Collection Ever, presented by the Sideshow Network. This is the show where we tell you about the worst comic book collection in existence, and it just happens to belong to us. I'm Jen.
And I'm Sean.
And show, again, more books, etc.
Yeah, just so as from a tech note, we're not able to use the studio again this week, so we're using a Zoom recorder. I don't know how this is going to sound 100% given the surroundings, but it will probably sound fine because I am a podcast master and somehow I managed to make things presentable. I feel like my philosophy is, meh, good enough.
That's our entire show, babe. If it wasn't, we wouldn't have done the first how many episodes shouting into a laptop.
And still continue to do so when we don't have any other options.
Yeah. And I'm fine with it. I'm not famous. Nobody needs to hear my ass in stereo quality sound.
Well, yeah, we try. Yeah, I have a habit of, like, people will be like, well, this doesn't sound right because I was standing across the room and I didn't want to get close because I was scared. You know, that's what people say. And,
scared of, like, you or the mic?
The mics. They're scared of success.
Yes,
and
well,
by proxy,
success is terrifying.
And by proxy,
what isn't scary about having all the money and having all your dreams come true? It is just awful.
I was like, well, if somebody records this and they hear me.
Yeah. I operate under the idea that no one hears this, even though we record it.
Yeah. No, that's kind of...
that's how it goes.
Kind of how it goes.
That's what podcasting is.
I know exactly how many people listen to the show every week and it doesn't get a...
Shouting into the void.
But there's people that listen every week.
I know there's people who listen every week. I'm just saying, like, you know, I like the idea that nobody listens, and I like the idea that one day there will be nothing except my shitty voice recorded somewhere, and, like, some ancient alien will come and, like, pick it up and be like, what the fuck's wrong with these
they're gonna
people?
Find a lot.
I'm so glad they're dead. And then they're gonna, like, they're gonna, like, somehow get to the internet, and they're gonna find that video of, like, a guy in a Tyrannosaurus Rex costume riding a horse while playing soccer, and they're gonna be like, you know what, this civilization was too ridiculous to live. And the universe is better for them being gone.
Yeah. They're gonna hear a lot of podcasts too, because they're gonna find a lot of, like, hard drives. They're gonna be like gleep glop, finger insert into.
Yeah, I'm assuming
USB.
they just have a universal translator, so they can figure out what we're saying.
And they're gonna be like, we must get all the knowledge from these people, and there's
like,
be a
they
lot
didn't
of,
know anything. This is awesome.
And it's just gonna be, you know, when they're gonna get to us, it's just gonna be like dicks.
They'll be like, well, I guess whatever these comic books were, they were terrible.
Apparently, these people had the worst ones. And somehow they make us their kings, even though we're dead.
We're dead? Oh, maybe they'll make... Oh, maybe it would be like that Futurama where Bender builds that giant statue.
Oh.
That just yells, remember me, and, like, shoots fire?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm hoping for that. And I'm hoping that they make my statue look so much better than I actually look. Like, the hottest statue. Of course, up to alien standards of beauty, because they're not going to know what people look like.
They're only gonna give us, like, They're not going to portray our arms.
Well, no, I think that maybe they'll find like what we look like, but they'll like alien wash us instead of like whitewashing. We'll be alien washed,
Oh man.
and then so we'll like kind of like how Jesus is white in most pictures, even though he's a Middle Eastern gentleman.
Yeah.
We will just look like aliens. And very attractive aliens. Whatever that is.
It's probably gonna look like Predator, but like you as Predator.
Maybe like Predator with like lipstick on.
Yeah.
Man, that's the sexiest Predator.
The sexiest Predator. Jen Stansfield, the
Sexiest Predator. That's right.
So, well, our book this week is... So we're going to start off with the Marvel one. We're going to start off with something in this century.
Boo.
Boo, new century.
I actually bought this book, so I can't really boo it.
Oh, that's right, you did.
I did.
Yeah, you know, it's got things in it that I like, but I don't particularly like it. It is Miss Marvel, number 18 from... Oh, this is hard, because it's like...
Oh, I know, it's one of those, like, new ones, so, like, there's no information.
Like, the information is scanty.
It's all scattered.
Marvel, okay, Miss Marvel, number 18 from October 2007. So this is like Miss Marvel volume 3 or 4 or fucking 5 million.
Sure.
I don't know. They had a million of these. And basically it's on a cover. It's just a nice painting. A painted cover of Miss Marvel, Carol Danvers, looking very
sexy
and beleaguered.
Yeah, she looks here like she just can't take it anymore.
She can't take it.
She just can't.
And she is flanked by, on one side it is Machine Man.
Uh-huh.
And on the other side it is Sleepwalker.
Who we have talked about on this show before.
Who's Sleepwalker, who we have talked about on this show before, and I don't know why the hell he's here. I mean, he doesn't really...
He doesn't do anything. I don't think he becomes Sleepwalker in this issue.
I picked the lame... I think I had the issue after this.
Uh-huh.
And I think this is a lame duck issue. I'm kind of a little bit...
It's a setup issue. It's so everything's falling into place so you can, like, figure out the rest of the arc.
So basically, we start off, and we have...
So there's, like, panels of, like, an actual invasion happening, and then, like, intercut with other panels of, like, a guy playing with toys.
Well,
kind of like playing with Risk.
He's playing Risk.
Right?
And he's playing...
So he's got, like, a fake boat and fake soldiers, but then there's also these actual panels of actual soldiers and actual boats.
Yeah, they're doing the war, but he's actually, and he's kind of giving, like, instructions.
Yeah, there's voice bubbles. All you see is this guy's hand, toys, and then, like, a bubble.
And it's pretty neat the way he's got everything. Like, he's got the helicopters actually hanging. You can see
yeah, I know. I mean,
he's
he's dedicated to this.
Yeah, we'll find out who this is eventually. I already know who it is.
Tabletop gaming.
Yes,
he's
playing.
good at it.
He's playing Warhammer. Did I ever tell you about the time I went, like, so what happened was next to the arcade.
Oh, I thought this was going to be a Benny story.
Benny wasn't into it.
Okay.
Did I talk about Benny last time?
No, but, every time you bring up, like, games, I always expect Benny to show up.
Oh, so I have a friend, basically, I have a friend named Benny from my hometown of Buffalo, who I have many stories about because he's kind of
he's a unique individual.
He's an incredulous fellow.
But you guys used to play, like, Magic together and, like, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, Magic the Gathering.
That's why I always, anytime you mention Benny, I assume there's a game involved.
We used to play Magic the Gathering. We used to play. He was the only one that had a computer, so that's where I discovered, searching Lycos for Carmen Electra nude. In 1997, that was...
Did that actually bear any fruit? Or?
Oh, yeah, back then it was. Back then you can get a few things.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there were some places where you can go to see,
Lycos.
You can see, semi-decent screenshots of nude photos.
Was it on Mr. Skin?
No, it wasn't Mr. Skin. It was, there was a few places that I was into, and that was also where, Benny was into Rotten.com.
Oh, yeah.
And that was a thing. Yeah. And
but
I was also into wrestling. It was also very exciting because back then that's when I could find out the real names of wrestlers. And I would print them out, and I would use those real names of wrestlers as names in my NHL 95 roster. So So I'd be like, James Fullington, a.k.a. the Sandman, has been sent to the penalty box. How appropriate.
So no, you were talking about Warhammer?
Okay, so, yeah, Benny wasn't there.
Okay.
But so next to the arcade, there was a Warhammer store that opened up, which is basically like a tabletop game where you paint your little characters with toothpicks.
Oh, yeah.
And you're supposed to, like, line them up and stuff. And really, there's not much to the story other than just the fact that the guy that was showing us how to play this game, he'd be like, well, what you do is you take this guy, right, and there's this guy, and you measure this distance, and he's, like, in the line of fight, and you go, devastating! And then, and he was always very excited to tell us how devastating everything was. So that's kind of what this reminds me of, about this guy, having characters to line up and shoot.
And then explode. But they're also, in the real world, they're...
real-life men.
Yeah, somehow the little guys that he's moving also correlates to the actual dudes in the army.
Yeah.
Because they're, like, brainwashed or something.
And apparently they're, we'll learn more about them. Basically, they go into a
prison.
Prison. Sorry.
It's like a black site, basically, where they keep, like, supervillains.
Was it the Raft? It's the Raft. So the Raft has all the supervillains.
Yeah.
And,
so they're going in, and they're trying to break out Omitis.
Yeah, I know there's somebody... They mentioned at the end, so I'll remember who this is. But.
Yeah. So, they're going in, they've got the gas masks on, the whole thing. And then... this guy's like, oh, and then you're going to do this. And then a bomb goes off from the security and kind of kills... Does it kill all his guys? I think it kills all his guys. Looks like they die.
Well, it's funny because they... So it looks like this guy is controlling them.
Yeah.
And he's like, freeze, like the actual guards from the place come and they're like...
Freeze, motherfuckers!
Like, freeze... like there's all the...
It's all the symbols.
The symbols. And the guy's like, no, pay attention to the bomb, because they set the bomb for the wall, and...
It goes off.
They didn't clear out in time, and they knocked a bunch of people away, so...
I'm assuming they all die. Looks like they die.
Yeah, dead.
So we're assuming they die. So then we go back to Professor X.
Yeah.
To the, X-Men headquarters, School for Mutants, whatever. Xavier School.
You see Iron Man flying away.
Yeah, we don't know what Iron Man was doing. So Carol is talking to Beast.
Yeah.
Who is mad at her. Because her and Rogue have had some issues. I am assuming it is kind of about Rogue trying to absorb her, maybe?
Well, that was years ago, but I feel like this is something recent.
Oh, okay.
Where they got into a fight because... Carol's back to...
Because bitches be hating, I guess.
Bitches be
That's
fighting.
really what it breaks down to.
Also, by the way, this is a Beast, and he looks like...
At his most cat.
He's his most cat, yeah.
He looks like a lion, actually. Like, right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks like a lion.
He's got, his ears...
Do you think he has the lion cut?
Yes.
Does he have, like, a really long tail with, like, a fuzzball at the end of it?
Yeah, a little ball tail. He has little booties.
Aw, how cute.
Well, he's got to do some grooming, you
And
know.
completely shaved everywhere else except for his big old mane.
Yeah.
Aw, that's cute.
I mean, he looks good dressed up in his little...
I'm not really
outfits.
sure what he's wearing, because at first I thought it was, like, a vest, but then when he stands up, it's like a future dress. You know how,
he's wearing a future dress, that's right.
You know how, like, all scientists wear future dresses? Where it's just, like, a gray
Yeah, for some reason he's
shift dress with, like, a fucking belt around it, like, it's a unisex and everybody wears one.
Yeah, for some reason he's dressed like as a science monk.
Yeah, it's a future dress.
So he's upset that they got into this. I guess her and Rogue got into this fight, and he's like, "Look, I'm here to help, but I'll still help you because."
But I gotta. Apparently, Beast thinks he has to choose sides in this fight.
I don't know why.
I don't know why, because he is a child. Apparently, like.
If anything, he should be on the side of the X-Men. I mean, granted, I think him and
he should be neutral.
Well,
he should be Switzerland.
Yeah, that's true.
Him and his future dress.
Him and his future dresses should be neutral, and he.
I mean, that's where future dresses originate.
What, in Switzerland?
Is in extremely egalitarian Nordic countries.
He's just like Jor-El.
Exactly, that's exactly what it is.
I live in Krypton.
What if Krypton was just like, if all those like, super advanced egalitarian Nordic countries just became their own planet and like broke off from Earth? They were just like, I'm out of here, fuck it. And then they just like went into space and then eventually they exploded. Sorry, Nordic countries.
Sorry. We'll be sure to preserve your future dresses here on Earth.
You guys have all our seeds. Fuck, because they have all those seed banks. You
What,
heard of
Krypton
this?
does?
No, not Krypton. Actually, like, is it in Iceland?
Like human seeds?
No, like plant seeds.
Why don't we have any here?
No, we have some here, but I mean, they're. God, I think it's in Iceland. I have to look it up. But there's like a place that's called like the World Seed Bank that's like in a fucking mountain somewhere that could survive all sorts of horrible holocausts, where they're preserving seeds.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, because when we all
So we know where
murder
to
the
go.
planet.
Oh, see, I'm glad I know this now.
Well, I gotta figure out where it is. 'Cause I feel like it's Iceland.
Well, I know it's in
It might
Iceland. I
actually
can
be
find
wrong.
Iceland's,
Well, I'm sure if I Google it, it might actually be in a different country, but I think it's Iceland.
can peter around Iceland for a little bit, try to find that bank.
Yeah, we gotta get to Iceland first.
Well, yeah, we'll just take the...
But it's kind of like if Titan AE was real.
Oh.
You remember Titan AE,
Yeah,
right?
I remember. We watched that, yeah.
Yeah. So it's like that seed bank. That one.
I don't remember a seed bank. I just remember...
That's what it is. There, you have to go to that planet. And it has like all the seeds and stuff, and she like pushes the button, or he pushes the button. It becomes like a world.
Oh, that's right.
I'm assuming
I just
that-
remember that song from Lit.
Yeah, all those songs because it was very 90s. So when we destroy the world, that's where we have to go. But
Okay.
I'm assuming they're just all Krypton, and hopefully they won't explode first
Okay.
because we need our seeds.
Okay.
That's where that train
Okay,
of
this
thought
is, good,
went.
this is a good
It's
plan.
really late, guys. Just in case you wanted to know why this is such a weird podcast.
Well, it's already weird. Also, this book is kind of boring.
Yeah. Yeah.
So basically, Carol's like, look, I think I have something. I've been hearing voices. She thinks there's something wrong with her. Oh, she turned blue.
Oh, that's right. She turned blue.
At one point, she turned blue and barfed blood.
Ew.
And
And Beast's like, oh,
he's like, I don't understand why you're worried. But apparently, he did a scan on her.
yeah, and it found something, but everybody else can't find anything. And he's like, well, it must just be my equipment must have just been wrong. And she's like, no, do it again. So he does, and he doesn't find anything wrong with her.
But she's like, I hear voices. And then
She's having problems.
yeah,
Basically, is what it brings.
and he's gonna try to help her
breaks
out.
down
So
So he's gonna help with his future dress.
Mm-hmm.
So then we cut to Brooklyn.
got to Brooklyn, and we're hanging out with Spider Girl, or I think Spider.
Her name's like Aranya or something.
Well, that's the kind of
Yeah, her name's Aranya.
Rania, but I think she ends up being Spider Girl at some point.
Oh, I thought her name was actually Aranya because that's spider in Spanish.
Yeah, no, it's
But I mean, like instead of
Aranya.
spider,
Yeah.
instead of Spider Girl, I thought people actually called her Aranya.
Rania. Bill.
Now you have to explain that.
So there was a comedian. There's a comedian. His name is Tom E. Morello. Who is a very who we were first introduced to in Boston, and he had a whole bit about watching Spider-Man.
No, that wasn't what it was.
It was about watching Spider-Man in Spanish.
Was it about watching Spider-Man?
Because he was like, and he started doing talking about Taco Bell or something. He's
Oh,
like,
I always thought that was part of his. He was going to be the announcer.
oh, maybe that was it.
I always thought it was like all together, and like he was just like talking about how he was going to like announce things, and that was part of it.
He's like Spider-Man, the Taco Bell man. He's like, the Rania meal.
Yeah.
Like Spider-Man meal or whatever.
Yeah.
You know,
I
so.
think that's probably. I think it was because Spider-Man was like coming out or something, and he was like, yeah, I don't remember. But it was. We just said that like over and over again forever.
Well, we just say meal
Meal.
to our cat.
Yeah.
That's how
So
we.
thanks, Tommy Morello. That's all on you.
So that's how we communicate with the cat. Thank you, Tom E. Morello. Who he does perform in Los Angeles. He's in Los Angeles based
does,
now.
yeah.
He performs in Los Angeles. If you listen to this, Los Angeles, go see him.
Yeah.
He's a wonderful man.
Yeah, it's enjoyable.
But yeah, so here's Spider Girl, and
She's kicking ass, taking names, whatever.
beat up some thugs. Her father's concerned.
Yep.
He's like, "Where'd you go? I thought you were fighting Carol Danvers."
Right. He doesn't like the fact that she's hanging out with Carol Danvers.
Well, she's a superhero, and she's like a kid, so...
Yeah, because, that whole, like, older superhero hanging out with a random young teenager is always just weird.
Yeah.
And so she's like, whatever, Dad. And so she just, like, runs away. She's like, fuck you, Dad. I don't, can't tell me what to do. I'll do what I want, basically. And, like, runs away. So that's that.
And his father is like... Her father knows she's all spidery.
Yeah. I mean, that might be something hard to hide from your family.
Peter Parker did it for years.
But Aunt May was also 9,000 years old. So, in fairness, she probably, like, forgot.
Right.
So, Carol, the next day, is, like, trying to go visit a guy she went on a date with. Like, I guess he works at a bank.
Yeah.
And she can't get in the front door because, what's her name? Battle Axe?
Battle Axe.
Is out front. So Carol's trying to, like, leave this guy a message while beating Battle Axe's ass. And then these soldier dudes show up.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, no, what the hell? And they just, like, take down Battle Axe. And then they start shooting at Carol because there's obviously something wrong with these dudes.
Yeah, because they're army people. Because she works for Shield.
Right. And she's like, hey,
she has a Shield connection,
guys.
so they kind of know that she's cool.
Yeah.
It's like, are you cool?
Yeah, but these guys, like, their eyes are completely blank. They have no pupils or anything. And then that's when she kind of realizes that something's up. Because they take Battle Axe and they, like, leave.
Yeah, they're like, yeah. So she's like, well, we have a crew down. We're because they don't know about the Shield doesn't know about this crew because they call her and they're like, hey, what's going on down there? You should come and see your new recruits because apparently she's like putting together some sort of like Avengers Strike Force team,
right?
So she needs like good superheroes to help out with. So
yeah,
so
that's dumb.
And so we go to the carrier, and she runs into her
apparently her recruits.
Her recruits, who are Aaron Stack, and Aaron Stack, a.k.a. Robert Stack's son from Unsolved Mysteries.
Oh, yeah.
Also known as Machine Man.
I actually kind of wish that he was really Robert Stack's son, and then, like, all this guy would do is walk around narrating Unsolved Mysteries.
What, in like lots of fog?
Yeah. Lots of fog, and then, like, every panel he was in, it was just fog, and he was just talking about, like, unsolved crime. That would be so much better than what this guy actually
Unsolved
does.
Mysteries was like...
I loved Unsolved Mysteries. My favorite.
It was the precursor to Forensic Files.
Yes. It was so good.
Not nearly as gory.
No. God, no.
But Forensic Files, because the Forensic Files really got that going.
Oh, yeah. No, Forensic Files is like blood splatter, and then you get to watch, like, black and white blood splatter. Like, I'm sure it's just paint hit a wall.
Paint or,
Pubic socks.
They're
always talking about the pubic hair that gets caught on socks.
Cops with mustaches. I don't remember... Rescue 911 was kind of like that, too, but it was for, like, stupid people.
Yeah, Rescue 911 was always like, it wasn't like unsolved, it was just like people who called 911.
No, there was someone, I got really scared one time watching Rescue 911 because, Rescue 911 because there's one about a guy. How do I say it like that?
No.
There was about some guy who, so it was two guys with guns, like, robbed a home for some reason while the family was there, and they had the recreation going on, and the mother was like, I call it, the faithful in which she calls 911, and doesn't like actually like talk on the phone because she's like using and it's funny because in the show recreation she's using like a novelty like Mickey Mouse phone, so she's like, because they just happen to have it sitting on their like kitchen like on their coffee table, which is a weird place for a phone, for like a landline.
Yeah, that is a weird place for a landline.
Usually you keep a landline, by somewhere.
It's gotta be, near the jack.
near the Jack where it's like in a in a
You know
in
what's
a
hilarious?
kitchen or in like a office or something.
Yeah, you know what's really funny about that is there's probably a bunch of people who have no fucking idea what we're
Oh,
talking
nobody knows what we're talking about, guys. Phones,
Landlines, they
Like-
were a thing.
like phones, like Mickey Mouse phones that you had to turn the
Like
wheel.
the rotary
and rotary,
phones. My
yeah.
parents had one of those when I was a kid. Mm-hmm. I remember those.
Yeah. So.
And it would go. tit-tit-tit-tit-tit-tit-tit-tit-tit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the number of times. So, like, if you did the 9, it would go 9 times. You'd hear a click.
I remember
And if
when
you
we
did
first
1,
got.
you'd only get 1
I
click.
remember when we got a line. It was we first got call waiting. I was like, holy shit.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That was fucking intense.
We never had 3-way calling though, because my mom was very against it. Just because my mom's weird. Yeah, because I always wanted 3-way calling because my friends had 3-way calling. They'd be like, "Oh my god, we're gonna call so and so," and then we're on a 3-way call.
I don't even like 3-way calling now.
No, that's the thing.
I hate conference calls.
Well,
I have a
sure,
hard-
I hate them now. Now I'm just like, send me an email or text me. What are you doing calling me? What are you, crazy? Like,
Well, any phone call, like anytime I gotta spend, yeah,
don't
I mean,
fucking call me.
yeah, I
But
mean,
when I was younger, I mean, obviously that was but this is pre-email. No one could send an email back then. I was like 12.
no, yeah, talk to people.
Okay, at least like the public could not send emails. You had to talk to people.
The history of things with Sean and Jen.
You had to like write people fucking notes in class. There was none of this texting bullshit.
Oh yeah. And
Passing
one
notes.
time I was pretty honored to be a part of a note chain. Somebody was like, it had a note and it had instructions to who to send the note to, and I was on it.
Oh, I think I might still have some notes I used to pass in high school. Like at my parents' house.
Oh, Carrie,
That people wrote to me.
my sister.
And then you have to fold them all fancy.
Yeah, my sister had a box of them. I used to read them sometimes
Oh, I had so many. I think I threw
because
away
I was bored.
because you were bored. Were they good?
No, I think one time she was telling some guy about how she was like really into Queen. When she was introducing herself, she
Are
said
you
her
sure it wasn't Bon Jovi?
she's know her favorite song. Her favorite song at the time was Queen's "Hammer to Fall."
Oh, okay.
I was like, which is not a bad song.
No, it's not.
You know, you can't go wrong with Queen.
No.
I don't know if it worked. I think she was, then obviously I don't know if it worked because I don't think she ever dated that guy.
It was okay.
This is 1995. Things were different. 94, whatever, 93. I was discovering things.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
music.
in this book, unfortunately, it is not Robert Stack's son. Talking about
I forgot we were reading a
song.
comic.
I know this comic's really boring.
Well, because nothing really has a thing. This is the
No,
thing.
this is a setup comic.
It's a setup
it's boring.
comic.
So,
So anyways, okay, so Machine
yeah.
Man, so yeah, so-
Machine Man sucks, and he's creepy because he's machine and he knows everything, and I hate him.
yeah, and he's been. I've read some other books with him, and
I don't like
I'm
him.
usually not. I'm not a fan of him.
And he looks like he has fly eyes. I don't like that either.
Yeah, and night creep sleepwalker.
Yeah, no, he doesn't. He looks like he's wearing a spacesuit.
Yeah.
Like a space jumpsuit. And so, like, he doesn't do anything. Like, he literally does not do anything in this comic book. Will walk around holding a backpack.
And basically, like, Machine Man kind of rubs Carol the wrong way.
Yeah, because he's a fucking weirdo.
He's a soulless robot.
Yeah, he's like, this is me. I am good. Here's my orders. And she's like, oh.
And he just has, like, an arm reach out of his chest and just kind of freaks her out.
Freaks everybody out. And even, like, Sleepwalker's like, I don't fucking know. I just got here, too. So,
Although, he likes certain things because he's also kind of human.
yeah.
So, like, he's kind of like, oh, where's the mini fridge? I'm like, well, what are you going to get from mini fridge?
I'm assuming he's going to get drunk. Or,
yeah.
like, robot drunk.
Robot drunk, like Bender?
Like Bender. Which actually means he's sober.
Yeah.
Bender, you're stone cold sober. That's when he has like a rust beard.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the best show.
So, yeah, and then she meets Sleepwalker, and then Carol's just like,
Eh.
these people
She's
suck.
like, I need better recruits. These guys are assholes.
Because she wants, like, superheroes. She wants people that can, like, take hits
yeah,
and
she
stuff.
wants like decent human, like decent fucking heroes, and she gets like the Z string.
Well, the Sleepwalker is definitely Z-string.
Absolutely,
He is the definition of Z-string hero.
he really is. He was like, "What do? You sleep a lot? That's cool, I guess."
So, I guess...
Aranya's dad calls.
Randy's dad calls S.H.I.E.L.D. because apparently she's a part of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah, and she's like, she hasn't come home. So she calls this guy, or he calls the guy, and he's like, hey, I haven't seen my daughter. And he's like, oh, I'm sure she's around. Hey, do you know if she's hanging out with these people? And he gives her some names. And he goes, no, I don't know any of those people.
Yeah, one of them's Tigra.
Yeah,
One of
he's like, all right, well, I'm sure she'll turn up, no problem. And, like, he hangs up the phone, and then you see on his computer screen that those people he just mentioned are missing.
Yeah.
And so he puts missing underneath Aranya as well. Meal.
So, yeah, and so we just get
this is when
debriefings here.
Yeah, because Carol has those soldier dudes, like, in a box, and creepy fly eye guy, who's holding a hand, by the way. Do we ever find out why he's holding that hand? Because he's trying to, like,
add it to his body, I think. He's trying
But he already has hands.
I don't know. He's going to stick it in his body so maybe it comes out, like, I don't know.
Like, where in his body? I
don't know.
Is he going to do weird things with that thing?
He's a machine man.
Is he looking for lube?
Yes.
Is that what's happening here?
Yeah, he's like, look, I need some good lube.
He's like, I'm going to shove this
oil up my hand.
Straight up my ass. But then that's when he tells Carol that these soldiers are from Colombia?
No, Chile. They're Chilean army members, and they're like, why do you have these here? And she's like...
Also, P.S. lube.
And it's funny because they're like... why don't...
Olive oil, any sort of grease. Lard? Crisco. Crisco works.
And it's funny because she's like... He's kind of like scolding her. He's like, why don't you know who you're arresting? Because she literally doesn't.
She does. She's just like, I'm arresting these guys.
She's got no clue what's going on here.
Right.
And so he's just kind of like, assessing them and apparently they're the same guys that look like the guys that she canned are the same guys that they attacked we saw earlier, the raft.
Yeah.
So
like, well, I guess we should go to this place.
And apparently they have particles on their boots from a region along the Pacific Ocean north of Puerto Natales, which is obviously a fake place.
Yes.
I think it is.
Sure.
And it's funny because then they start talking about... so they accidentally blew up. They're trying to bust out Obulette Midas, who is known as the Exterminatrix.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So that's who they were trying to get out.
Yeah, somebody called the Exterminatrix. And apparently she's so dangerous that they have her drugged up constantly.
Yeah, because apparently she's sort of cosmic cosmic dominatrix.
I'm assuming.
She's who Galactus calls for a good time.
She's Quasar has her number.
You go to living planets like, hey, why don't you come and tie up a few of the trees of my planet? It'd be kind of neat.
What do you think his safe word is?
Ouch.
That's a terrible safe word. It has to be something that, like, isn't related to what's going on. So,
Excelsior!
Like... There you go, that's a good one.
That should be my first choice, because imagine anything that Stan... I'm sure that's the only thing that Stan Lee considers these days. They're like, hey, Stan, what do you think this person say? Excelsior!
What is he, like one of those like dolls with a string in his back? That's all he says now?
He's like a Pokemon. He's just going to only say that. His name is Excelsior.
Can I catch Stan?
Yeah, you could start.
Am I just going to go to Kamikaze and throw a ball at Stan Lee?
I'm trying to catch him. He's a Pokemon, right? Excelsior! Excelsior!
Excelsior!
Excelsior!
Excelsior!
Stanley, Jim Pokemon. So apparently they have nothing in common. These two, because she was between Battle Axe and this dominatrix.
Yeah.
And they're trying to figure. There's a pattern though about.
Well, the superpowered ladies getting
stolen, or people just they're trying to figure out why they're getting captured.
Right.
And apparently they're
like, fuck it, we're going to Chile.
We're going to Chile. We're gonna try to figure this shit out.
So,
in Chile
we have, I believe his name is the Puppet Master.
So this is the Puppet Master.
And
the fucking Puppet Master.
The Puppet Master.
In 2006.
So basically what he's been doing is capturing a bunch of ladies. So this is basically when it turns into Fox's Dollhouse.
Yeah.
If you ever saw that show, where it's just like a bunch of super hot people who you can buy for your pleasure. And he's
Right.
talking to the reader or whoever his buyer is. We don't see them. And he's like, oh, look at all these pretty ladies. You can have them, whatever. And program them to do whatever you want. He's like, oh, wait, you want something more exotic? Well, here, why don't you come over here? These are the real deal. And then he's got like a bunch of superheroes and villains.
Well, apparently he has there's some sort of specific clay that he can get in this part of the world.
Yeah, and he like molds dolls out of them.
See, I don't
something.
understand. I don't
clay
understand
thing.
how this works. How he can mold a person.
Yeah, the clay
like
thing
you,
doesn't
but
make
then,
any sense.
But then he controls you,
Yeah.
like the person.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of strange.
It doesn't make any sense.
So-
On Dollhouse, it was just like a mind wipe.
Right. So this way, there's something else, and he happens to have Tigra there, and
Some other people.
so the women that they were asking about earlier.
Yeah, and then somebody like rolls in a fucking box.
And it's funny because he's like, oh, I don't even know what they brought me.
He's like,
it's like
oh.
Loot Crate, but like
Yeah.
for captured women that he gets to
Kidnap
control.
crate.
Kidnap Crate.
Oh, yay. What
Oh,
did they bring
well,
me this week?
And there's use the code WCE for 20% off.
Kidnap crate.
Kidnap Crate. And he opens it up and turns out it's
Aranya.
Aranya.
Oh,
Mir.
man. There she is. She's
And it's weird. This is the thing I understand. Why is the title of the book
at the very back of the
at
book.
the very back of the book with all the credits of who wrote this book? It's like
It's really dumb.
just weird.
It's dumb.
I don't know why they do this.
Dumb.
I don't like it. So that's Miss Marvel number 18 from October 2006. Hang on, I'll figure this out. October 2007.
7.
Would you read the next issue of this?
You have the next issue?
I don't know. I think I might have the issue
If we
before this.
already have the next issue, I'll read it. If we don't, I'm going to say no, because I don't feel that we need to go out of our way to find this.
I don't think so either, and I think I'm kind of like it sucks because I'm intrigued because Sleepwalker's in it, and I'm like, well, what the hell has he been up to?
Nothing apparently, and he doesn't do anything in this book either.
And does he do anything later? Like,
No.
I don't know. It's just weird. Maybe I'll just read Sleepwalker.
Yeah.
If I want to read about Sleepwalker, I'll just read Sleepwalker.
Yeah, I mean, why not? Because that's the thing. It's like, oh, okay, it's Miss Marvel. Let's see what she's doing in this book.
Oh wait, did we skip over? How did we skip over this page?
What page?
With where she's making out with Wonder Man?
What?
You know what I'm talking about? We skipped over it. My fat fingers forgot it. Damn.
Yeah, but isn't that a memory?
Yeah, but we totally did. We should have talked about it.
Where is it?
I don't know. It's in here somewhere. Hang on.
Is that who she's leaving the voice message for?
Oh wait, hang on. Oh, I think she is actually. Hang on. Wait, who's she talking to? What's the guy's name? It is.
thought it was him.
Oh, I'm gonna look up here. William. It's Okay, so it's not
It's
not
not
him.
him.
No, it's not Simon.
There's this weird cat ad. Where is that? You're right. It is in here.
Did it fall out? Oh, here it is.
Oh, there it is. Yeah.
It's in between this page here.
Oh, okay.
So there's this whole so this whole segment in here where
J. Jonah Jameson.
J. Jonah Jameson. So there's a cover of the Daily Bugle that says while cops die, Miss Marvel smooches.
That doesn't even make sense. That's like the worst headline.
And on the cover, it's Miss Marvel laying one on Wonderman.
It should be, well, cops killed as Miss Marvel kisses or something. You have to have some sort of, I don't know.
Well, he's just all about putting because he has this great line where he's
All
like,
cops die. Miss Marvel tongue duel. I don't know.
tongue duel. Actually, I think tongue duel would just be a good way to put this on
Yeah, something. Superhero tongue duel. Also, cops are dead.
Because he apparently wrote some article about the New Avengers, and I guess this is the lawyer for the New Avengers.
Why was she kissing on Wonder Man?
Oh, I don't
Do
know.
we know? I don't think we care. Do you care?
I kind of do.
I know you. Wonder Man is your favorite.
I need to figure out what Wonder Man's up to.
Apparently, he's making out with Ms. Marvel.
Yeah.
Get it, Wonder Man?
Give it apart. Well, he has a great line where he's like, half the internet is Googling video of these two getting it on, by the way, which apparently there's a video they did just straight up fucked.
No,
Like-
they're hoping. They're hoping to find a video.
Oh, they're looking for the Wonder Man sex tape?
Yeah,
Oh, man.
that's exactly what it is. They're
Oh,
like,
man.
oh man,
Simon's having a good go.
Wonder Man and Miss Marvel are pictured kissing, so I'm gonna hope that there's a sex tape.
Is that how that goes? If you see somebody kissing, you
I guess.
you
You
just be like, oh, I wonder if there's more. I wonder if I can see their genitals.
Is that the Pam Anderson, Tommy Lee video sex tape where everybody wanted to see it? I guess. I never saw it.
It's not that good. Anyway, so that's basically. I don't even know what the hell happens.
I don't care.
He mentions Julia Carpenter's name. I don't know what the fuck's gonna happen with this because I'm not gonna read the
Whatever.
next issue
No
of this.
one cares.
And that's it for Miss Marvel.
Fuck you, Miss Marvel.
Look what you made us do, Miss Marvel.
Yeah,
Miss
I don't even know what happened. We started talking about Henry Cavill.
I literally forgot I was talking about this comic.
I know. We were talking about.
I'm
other
sorry,
things.
guys. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, audience.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Anyways, that's Miss Marvel number 18 from October 2007. We'll be back with the next book.
Hey, what up, peeps? It's Jessie Mae Peluso here to tell you about my podcast, The Sharp Tongue, heard each week right here on the Sideshow Network. Every episode is a slice of my life as a touring comedian, and I'm bringing you my favorite funny and interesting friends to talk about whatever is on our minds. I talk about road stories, I talk about horror movies, music, putting fingers in buttholes. Everything you ever want to talk about is right here. It's A Sharp Tongue with me, Jessie Mae Peluso, every week on iTunes and the Sideshow Network. Download, rate, and subscribe, and tell a friend to check us out, because we need validation. And by we, I mean me. I'm alone here in the studio.
Okay, we're back here on Worst Collection Ever here on Sideshow Network. Next one is our DC book, and it's from the 70s.
Yay.
Yes. From, it is very patriotic. I'm surprised we didn't wait for this to do
Or
this.
did it on July 4th.
Yeah, why did we do it for July 4th?
I think we forgot about it.
Did we do something else?
Did we do anything patriotic on July 4th?
Maybe Captain America?
Oh, maybe. Did we do a Captain America?
We did Lady Mole.
Oh, was that on July 4th?
I don't know. I don't think...
just remember we did a Captain America. I don't know if we did it on July 4th. But
No.
who knows? Maybe. But
Well-
whatever, America.
Well, we have this...
Maybe because it's the closing ceremony of the Olympics.
Okay, yes.
Sure.
There we go.
Yeah.
Great.
America won medals or something.
Yeah.
And then Ryan Lochte
Yeah.
decided to be Ryan Lochte.
Yeah. Yeah, he's in this book. No, he's not.
No.
Anyways, it's Freedom Fighters from number 2. Freedom Fighters number 2.
2.
Oh, man.
Not number 1. Number 2.
Second issue.
That's right. That's how we do things on
The
Worst Collection.
Freedom Fighters. From
1976 or something.
May, June 1976.
Yeah.
So bicentennial.
Yep.
We've got fucking Uncle Sam. God damn it.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, I'm kind of embarrassed reading this.
I bought this book too, so you don't worry about it.
I know we're reading a lot of books that you buy.
This whole show has been curated by me.
I feel we've been doing a lot of books recently that you buy.
Really?
You bought, yeah.
Well, I always try to buy something for the show. You
Yeah.
actually try to complete the collection. I'm just like, this looks like crap. Let's read it on the show.
I buy some stuff for sacrifice. But I also find some stuff that is a part of the collections that I'm like, well, you know what, this will work because it sucks.
Yeah, you put a lot more thought into it than I do.
I know, I'm pretty good.
Yeah, I know.
So it is Freedom Fighters, and basically, if you're not familiar with Freedom Fighters, it's Uncle Sam, like the actual Uncle Sam, and a bunch of it's like the Ray, Dollman, Human Bomb, Phantom Lady, and there's a few other. I think there's some.
Human bomb.
They're basically
So fucking
they're
dumb.
basically a bunch.
Z-list.
Oh, this is definitely this is like on a different Earth, so it's on like Earth X.
Well, they were on Earth X, and then they came to, I think, our Earth. No, Earth 1? Because it mentions that they changed Earths.
Well, they're from a different. Yeah, they're from.
But they're
a different
from
Earth.
a different Earth, yes.
Yeah, and I have no.
I don't even know what Earth X is.
This is why Crisis happened. Because they were like, Jesus Christ, who cares about
Earth X.
Earth X and shit?
Apparently, whoever decided to write this book, because it was probably the bicentennial.
Right. Well, clearly, yeah, 1976, they're like, we gotta make the most American book ever.
America, eating my lunch from a single bowl. You remember that bit, right?
In my parents' basement.
Yeah. Just listen to the Patton Oswalt KFC bowl bit.
Yeah.
You'll enjoy it.
Yeah, and I love Patton. Yeah, so anyways, so on the cover of this here, he is... Okay, so it says Freedom Fighters, and we have the Silver Ghost. He's back. And
Which I was like, oh, that's good. I have never seen him before.
Guys, it's the second issue, and he's already back.
Silver Ghost is back. You're like, from obscurity?
From the first issue? Couldn't it just be like,
Wow.
this is continuing from the second issue?
I'm
First issue?
so glad that you're back from the first issue.
He's back. He didn't leave. He just should say he didn't leave. The Silver Ghost,
Right? Still here.
and he's laughing at the rest at Sam, Uncle Sam, and Ray, and
Human Bomb.
and he's like, "Ha! I've turned your pals into Silver, Uncle Sam. Now become my slaves, or the Freedom Fighters will die." Because he already has. This is Black Condor. I forgot about Black Condor.
Yeah.
Which he looks all weird here, because he's the original one. Black Condor. Oh, this is the one. Yeah, he's the one that. Oh, do you know about Black Condor? Condor.
No.
So Black Condor was like a guy. If I can remember how exactly it was, he was a guy who was raised by condors.
Wait, like real ones?
Like actual condors.
Like birds?
Yeah, like he learned how to fly as a human. Yeah.
No, he did not.
Yes, he did.
That is not a thing.
It happened.
No, it did not. I don't care what comic book says. That is not something that can ever happen unless he has wings.
And basically what he did was he took over despite being raised by condors, he took over the identity of a missing U.S. senator and just came back and was like, I'm this guy, and I'm going to continue being a senator, but I'm also going to be the Black Condor and fly around because I'm a man.
So, like, when people get raised by wolves, it's usually because they get lost in the forest. Did he just, like, fall into a nest and just never leave?
I think something happened. I think
He's like,
something happened
I'm a baby, I'm in a nest, man. I guess we should feed it.
I think he was abandoned in some, like, country, and the condors were like,
in a nest?
Yeah.
All right, so I guess if you ever want to get rid of a baby, put it in a condor nest, and they'll raise it for you.
Yeah, it's nature's daycare.
It's nature's daycare. It's a very cheap form of child care. This is why we saved the California condor.
Yes.
Just FYI, it's
so they can raise men to become senators. Look what I did. Look
at that. That's so great. I'm so glad that we care about the environment.
So the issue is called Rampage, which reminds me of that video game.
Oh, can I also say that opposite of this first page is an ad for Twinkies, you know, those lovely Hostess ads.
Yeah.
This probably is the weakest of all of the Hostess ads that I think I've ever read. It's just Penguin saying, haha, I've hypnotized all the delivery men so there will be no more Twinkies. The commissioner calls Batman and goes, we need Twinkies. And Batman just goes, Penguin, we need Twinkies. And he goes, oh, fine. And he just gives everybody Twinkies. And that's literally what happens in this ad.
They didn't really try.
No, they really didn't. They were just like, just tell them to give up. Like, just
give us Twinkies.
Okay, fine.
Okay.
Make Batman throw a batarang or something, and then give Twinkies to people. Whatever.
I need cream.
Tired of writing.
This is actually one of the few ones where they're not shoving Twinkies in their face.
Right, that's the thing.
Because usually they're like, "Oh my god, it's so good, the creamy filling. I have to stop killing this person right now."
Yes, they get distracted by the Twinkie. Penguin doesn't get distracted; he just gives up.
I wish they did one with like a Charles Manson-esque murder, and then just like throw
some
Twinkies
guy's stabbing, and he's like, "Oh, I'll stop stabbing. I get to eat these Hostess cupcakes."
He's like, "Don't you want to stab this
Worst
cream-filled?"
collection ever, brought to you by Hostess.
Don't you want to
also murder?
Don't you want to stab this cream-filled cake with your teeth?
So much better than human.
He's like, you know what? This is better. The victim in the background is like got his arm severed. He's like, hey.
Feel like eating a human? Try a Hostess cupcake instead. So anyway, this is called Rampage.
Yeah, Rampage.
Just like every other fucking comic book.
So basically, we got Uncle Sam and Human Bomb and Ray, and they're in Columbus Circle in New York City, and Uncle Sam is just ripping apart the ground with his hands.
They're just fucking shit up.
And they're yelling at him to do it faster.
Like, yeah, fuck that ground.
He's wearing a stupid hat. Fuck Uncle Sam. I can't stand him. It's like he's something where it's like if he sings Yankee Doodle Dandy, he gets strong. Or no, he gets stronger.
Well, thank God he doesn't do that in this issue.
He gets stronger if you sing American songs around him. So if you just, that's the thing about him. Like he's somehow imbued with
how American. Like if you, are we talking?
If he was at a Lee Greenwood concert, he'd be the fucking Hulk.
So, can you sing the entire America the band catalog at him?
Horse with No Name?
Yeah, can you sing Horse with No Name?
Play Sister Golden Hair.
Can my dad just follow him around with his CD collection?
I think this is your dad. I think this is your dad, and I think he gets stronger if you sing the America catalog at him.
My dad loves...
But only the band America.
But that's what I mean. It's because its name is America.
Actually, I would like if there was a version of Uncle Sam on a different Earth that was only able to get stronger if you sang the band America.
What if it's just anything America related? So America Ferrera could come over.
If America Ferrera.
And she, shakes his hand, he gets really strong. But if it's, anybody else, no.
If he watches Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants, he gets...
Yeah, he has to watch...
he becomes
was she on Ugly Betty? Was it?
Yeah,
he has to watch that.
He just keeps ugly. He just has a...
But only when she's on screen does he get strong. So the minute it cuts to commercial, he's all weak again.
No. What happens is he has Hulu Plus, and so he has a little iPad. And he's like, I need strength. Ugly Betty.
I hear you, America Ferrera. And then he just goes to YouTube and starts playing Sister Golden Hair.
There was that one time though he accidentally watched Jane the Virgin and thought it was America Ferrera.
It's like, oh shit.
They do mix them up, guys. I'm not trying to not trying to sound horrible. They do mix those actresses up.
Oh yes,
they know
there
this.
was a joke about that.
There's a joke at the DNC, I think it was.
No, I think it was at the Emmys.
Was that the Emmys? I thought it was the DNC. I thought they did a bit at the DNC because that's where you do high comedy.
Oh no, I think
that's
it was
that's where you do bits.
Maybe it was there, but I feel like it was Eva Mendes and America Ferrero. Like I'm not so and so, and I'm not.
Oh, okay, maybe. Okay, no, there was at the Emmys. Yeah. Guys, we gotta get this stuff straight.
Yep.
Anyways, back to this book. I'm just gonna throw all of our books in the garbage. So
keep on thinking about you, Sister Golden. Okay, sorry.
Oh wow, he's good strong.
Can I just tell you that my dad loves America, all the country and the band.
Yeah.
So much that I had to listen to that fucking song when we first got a tape player in our car.
Oh man.
So my dad had the America tape. We would have to listen to Sister Golden Hair over and over and over and over again because he loved it.
But don't they have other songs?
He just really liked Sister Golden Hair and Horse with No Name. But he would play Sister Golden Hair. He was on a kick.
Oh.
So I swear to God, he played it for 7 months straight. Just over every time we got in the car. Over and over again. Rewind, play.
Look at this was at the beginning, guys. Kids, do I hear Sister Golden Hair?
No, okay, sure, Dad, whatever.
I should find out what the name of the horse is and tell your dad.
Oh, that would just ruin the song because he's got no name.
The horse's name is Thunder. I know this because I asked the guy from America.
But the whole point is that he's in the desert on a horse with no name.
But he could name the horse.
But in the desert, you can't remember your name.
No.
Because there ain't no one for to give you no name. Fa la 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 la. Fa la la la. Telling you, I know that fucking song.
That's a whole narrative and everything.
It does. It has a story.
Okay. So, these fucking idiots. I don't know, whatever.
So yeah.
So Sam rips open the tunnel, a subway tunnel, and the human bomb goes in, and for some reason, so apparently.
How he blows up a train.
He blows up a train, and because the only way his power works is if he takes off his glove,
and he blows
like
up.
a fucking creep, and he's like, "Oh yeah."
It's kind of like Gambit's power, just a lot more powerful. Like,
But what the hell point is it? He's got to take off his glove every time. He can't just use it.
You'd think that he'd never wear gloves when he was in the field, but whatever.
But also too, like, if he's not thinking, like, if he automatically touches something, does it explode?
I assume
or does
so.
he have to be like explode?
No, I think
Because is that Gambit's problem where he can't touch something and not charge it up?
No, I think Gambit has to actually think about it. I don't know about this guy.
Yeah, I don't know. Who cares?
Yeah, doesn't matter. So he blows up a train, and everybody's like, "Oh my god, that's terrible!"
Oh my god, the superheroes are going crazy because they're like, "Hey, it's one of those superheroes," and it's like,
one
"Well,
of
what's
those
he
new
doing?"
ones we just read about.
Yeah, the Ray. He seems like a good guy, but he's not, and he's.
They just got here last issue, but apparently everybody loves them already.
They came in an issue, and now they hate everybody.
Yeah, so they start kicking ass and whatever, and then they go into an office. Oh no. They're like, we gotta get out of here because the
Because basically
cops are
what
coming.
they do, the cops are coming, they wreck the D train, and then they split. And
Yeah.
what's going on is basically,
So many ads in this book, by the way.
yeah, well,
Not a good sign for a second issue.
well, no, it's good because I got advertising.
Is that what it is? I thought it was because they
Yeah,
didn't have
imagine if
enough
you had
story.
imagine if our second episode of our podcast had like 30 ads in it. It was nothing but ads.
Just 30 Casper mattress ads.
Guys, Casper. Casper never. I've been trying.
No one would ever advertise with
I've
the
been
show.
told, and this is this little secret in podcasting. Well, maybe I shouldn't share it.
No, don't. All right.
Yeah, you
so
got mystery. I'll tell it to Robert Stack, and he can tell you guys.
wait for 30 years. Wait until you.
Even if Robert Stack is dead, I'll whisper it into his grave.
Oh, I think if we're ever going to reanimate somebody, I think we should start with Robert Stack so we can bring back Unsolved Mysteries.
Yeah, you know what? I'm on board with that. Reanimate Robert Stack.
Yeah.
Hey, science, get on there.
Get on it, science.
We're gonna
Not
We
Einstein.
can bring back the dead and not have them want to eat our brains. Who should we get first? Robert Stack?
Yeah,
Sure.
Not like Einstein, not like the great thinkers of our time. I want Robert Stack so I can watch fucking Unsolved Mysteries again. The way it should be seen.
But you can just
With an old 70-year-old man walking through fog. Who, by the way, he looked great for 70.
Yeah, he did.
He looked amazing. He was like a really old guy, and he looked amazing. Anyway, so like...
He didn't solve shit. He just came through
No.
the fog, and you're like, fuck.
You're like, yeah.
Somebody's in trouble. We're gonna find that, especially when they had an update. It's like it's been updated. I'm like, oh man,
That's
they found.
right. Update.
Oh, I never told you about. Finished my thing about Rescue 911.
Oh, yeah. So you got really scared.
I got really scared because they were like, because Shatner was on that one. Shatner would be like, and what are these men at large? And I was worried, and I went upstairs and told my mom I was worried because I thought that man was going to come to our house, and I was like, how are we going to dial 911?
With your Mickey Mouse phone?
I didn't have a Mickey Mouse phone.
Did your parents? I'm assuming your parents had a landline.
We had two phones. We had a landline upstairs, and my grandma had a landline downstairs. So we could.
Yeah, you could have called somebody.
Yeah, I was worried though. I was worried they're gonna come in because it was one of those things where they're tying up the kids and they're pointing guns at the kids. It was one of those things where I was like 10, and I was like one of those things where it's like you just walk into a kid's room and they're like just tying up some stupid looking kid that could have been me. And I was like, oh god, that could have been me. And I was worried because I was like, one of the guys was loose, and I was like, I don't know, what if he's looking for another house to rob?
Was he anywhere near you?
I have no idea where it was. I'm assuming it was probably in another part of the country. Let me tweet at Bill Shatner. Let me see if he'll tell me.
Yeah, I'm sure he knows and remembers.
Bill Shatner, you remember this time? I'm scared.
So, still scared 30 years later. So, upstairs the cops are like holding a gun on Uncle Sam.
Well, actually, it's funny. He's just kind of standing
He's
there
just,
because
like-
they're like, you did this. He's like, ha ha.
He's like,
Meh.
yeah. And so the Ray and Human Bomb show up and they're like, all right, let's
And he calls everybody son or sonny, and it's really annoying. I'm
Yeah,
like, I hate this guy.
he's talking all folksy.
It's like an old folks,
Which I
Uncle
hate.
Sam, and I'm like, shut up.
Yeah. So finally these two show up and they're like, come on, out. And Uncle Sam's like, okay. And I assume he just jumps away. Is that what he's
Well, it
doing?
looks like he's grabbing,
Like, the Human Bomb is grabbing him, or is he grabbing the Human Bomb?
but he's bounding away.
Yeah, I don't
He's jumping
know.
away, and because the ray could fly.
Yeah. I guess that he has Superman's original bouncy power.
Okay.
Let's go with that. So they leave, and then, like, this poor Sergeant has a melted face.
Yeah, there's some weird faces.
And he's like, Sergeant, sir, and he's just, the other cop's trying to talk to him, but he's so horrified by this guy's face, he can't get the sentence
yeah,
out.
he's so horrified by
I mean, this guy looks like he got stung by all the bees.
Sergeant, you get stung by all the bees. He's like, but we're trying to stop the rain. It's like, but you should probably go get an EpiPen.
Yeah, you really need an EpiPen. And then the melty face sergeant is like, I've never seen a superhero go bad. And I was like, where the fuck have you been?
Well, he's on a different Earth.
I thought he was on our Earth.
They're not. I don't think they're on our
Yeah,
Earth.
no, it says that they arrived.
They arrived at a different Earth. They were Earth X to Earth 2 or Earth 3.
No, I thought it's Earth 1, isn't it? I think we're going to find out here in a minute. So, like, Uncle Sam and his buddies they go sit on a roof to go talk about how sad they are because basically now they're slaves because their friends have been turned into silver things.
The friends have turned into them because the silver ghost has turned them into...
And it says, oh, yeah. And the man called Uncle Sam finds himself remembering the arrival of the freedom fighters in our world only the day before.
So America, it's the U.S. world.
It's Earth 1, I'm assuming.
Earth Prime.
Earth Prime?
Sure.
If there's superheroes on it, it has to be Earth 1. Because
Okay.
Earth Prime is our world, right?
So our world, Earth Prime, is our world.
Yeah, but there's superheroes on it, so it can't be our world.
I don't know.
So it's got to be Earth 1. I think Earth Prime didn't exist at this point. Okay. So, basically, even though this is only issue 2, they're going to tell you everything that happened in the previous comic book.
I'm glad to know.
Oh, I'm glad to know, too, because they probably were like, no one's going to buy the first issue. Let's only print one.
So, they're basically... And he said we get this whole recounting of basically the dipshit ghost shows up. They almost badly... They came to this Earth. They fought the silver ghost. They thought they stopped the silver ghost from destroying the planet, and they admitted this to the district attorney, and the district attorney was like, hey, here's an abandoned headquarters, or abandoned armory as a headquarters. And then what happened was...
Yeah, just go make sure he's not there.
Just make sure he's not there. They gave them... He's like, look, guys, I know you just arrived here, but here, have this empty building as a headquarters. And then the silver ghost showed up, and turns out he... made Doll Man, Phantom Lady, and the Condor silver.
Yeah.
Solid silver, and
basically, if the rest of the team doesn't want their friends to die, they have to do everything the silver guy says.
yes, which includes punching a train.
For some reason. For an unknown reason. I don't think he ever says why he wants them to destroy the train.
He's like, we're slaves, we're crummy slaves. I'm like, they can't even do these guys suck.
Yeah.
And they got, and this is like, you got the Ray, and, oh god, yeah,
The human bomb's terrible. It's just so stupid. He looks like a guy in a smelting factory.
Yeah, that's the thing, he's dressed up like, basically, like, he's like in a...
He's in the smelting factory.
Smelting factory, he's got like the big, big thing.
He's gonna end up on a Sploid video.
Star of Sploid videos, the human bomb.
Yeah.
So we get this. So now we
Watch
go.
how to melt down a car, and it's just the human bomb, just like melting a car.
So some guy from the mayor's office is yelling at the DA because basically he's the one that gave them clearance to do whatever they want, which apparently he could do.
Yeah, apparently if you're a superhero and you just show up,
you can show up and talk to like the DA, and
he's like, you can do whatever you want. Have fun.
Yeah, and he's like, but now it's in danger, And he's like, because he's telling them, it's like, you got to make we got to get this straight because the mayor needs to have to look good.
Yeah.
He's to think. He's like, look, the mayor needs to step. No, the DA wants the mayor to step in, and the mayor's and this. He's like, but the mayor, what could the mayor do? He's got to worry about his politics.
Yeah. Optics.
Yeah.
If you will. So then, like, a TV turns on.
Well, also we get a shot of this old man ready to beat the shit out of this guy.
He wants to. He's like, oh, kick your ass, whippersnapper.
It's like Wilford Brimley or some shit.
Yeah, he really does. So then, Silver Guy shows up on TV and he starts making superhero threats or supervillain threats. I'm gonna do this. Oh, he wants everybody to get out of the city because he's gonna like turn the whole thing silver.
Yeah.
So get out by noon or whatever. And then...
Yeah, he's like, I paralyzed New York. Oh, this is when we get to your favorite part here, where the rest of the freedom fighters show up.
Yes.
And he's like, don't brag. It goes, as far as we're concerned, you're nothing more than a third-rate Hitler.
Yeah, the Ray says that to the silver guy, and I'm like, is that an insult or is that a compliment? Like, I'm really confused by what a third-rate Hitler is. Like, you're not killing enough people to be considered a first-rate Hitler? Is that an insult? Like, you haven't killed 6 million people? You suck at your job? Like, what is that? What does it even mean? If you kill one person, you're like a Z Hitler. Yeah, you're a Z-list Hitler, so, like, you have to keep killing to get up to the A-list Hitlers? Like, is that what that means?
Yeah. So basically they have him, so they basically take the human bomb, or they take the
Silver guy
to the reservoir, and
oh yeah, because he's gonna like poison it. Because
he's gonna poison the rest of the country, the rest of the city. And Uncle Sam's like, "Fuck off."
He's like, "That's all I needed to hear." Punch.
I hear somebody singing "Proud to be an American."
Yeah.
Punch, punch, punch. And so they basically
does that work if you play the Team America theme song?
Yeah. Anything with the word America in it.
Okay, just checking.
It has that. You can play the Team America score.
Oh, good. Yeah,
you can play. You can do all that stuff.
So you can just like walk, kind of like do like a boombox thing where you just stand there playing like America.
You can sing hands.
Fuck yeah.
You can sing Hands Across America.
Oh, okay.
You can sing everything.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
So basically, they start. So the freedom fighters turn to. They just decided, like, you know what? Fuck them. Fuck these guys. Let's take them down.
Yeah.
You know, human bomb is like taking off his gloves. He's touching trees. He's blowing up trees. You know. Mm-hmm. And Uncle Sam, I think, breaks this dude's neck. He breaks this dude's neck so hard that he changes his hair color.
Oh yeah, no, he totally did.
He goes from like dark brunette to like sandy
blonde.
Brown to blonde. He breaks his monster. It's like this giant Samson guy.
He's like, I'll snap the pigment out of you.
Snap the pigment out of you.
Yeah, he's snapping the pigment out of that guy's hair.
Yeah. Some guy gets hit in the back of the head with a tree.
Yeah, it goes thunk.
Which is pretty awful.
I don't even know who that guy is.
He's like some...
he's a henchman.
He's some henchman that's about to shoot the human bomb, because, like, apparently if you shoot the human bomb enough times, he'll, like, explode.
Oh, yeah, like his suit's ripped or something. So he's kind of also like Captain Atom, and that his containment suit is important.
Or no, Vance Astro. From Guardians of the Galaxy. You know how, like, he's...
Yeah, but Captain Atom is the same way.
Oh, Captain Atom, okay, too. Right, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right, but also, yeah, Vance Astro the same way.
Yeah.
He's like...
You gotta watch his containment suit.
Yeah. Well, actually, if you shoot Vance Astro and his containment suit ripped open, he would just become old and die.
Oh, yeah, no. If you rip Captain Atom's suit, he, like, is radioactive and can kill you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they fight, and something happens where the Silver Ghost gets caught by the ray. He sticks his hand in the water, and I think
he's
it shorts.
Like, haha.
He's like, haha, and then it zaps him.
Yeah, it zaps back at him.
He gets short-circuited.
Why did he get short-circuited?
Because
that's right.
Because basically he's got, like, his silvery radioactive material touch.
That's right.
In his hands.
And it's short-circuited, so luckily the human bomb is also a physicist.
Yeah, thank God.
So he's like, I can use this, whatever I just pulled out of this guy's fingernail to fix these people. So he, like, goes back to the other freedom fighters, and he, like, does science.
He does science, he makes them unsilver.
And they're alive.
They're alive, and they're like, I'm alive. And then the police are outside because they're like, they think that the freedom fighters are a bunch of jerks.
Yeah.
So they want to shoot them.
Yep.
And that's it.
That's it for the freedom fighters.
That's it for Freedom Fighters number 2 from May, June 1976.
Yeah.
Would you read the next issue?
Probably not.
Yeah, I'm not going to read this.
Yeah. I mean, I do love these old 70s comics, but...
For heroes that I don't care about.
Even I can't get into Uncle Sam.
Ugh.
Sorry.
Well, we're running out of juice here.
Oh, okay. Well, we better cut this off.
So let's tell everybody where they can find us on Twitter, where they can find you.
I'm at Jen Stansfield on Twitter and Instagram, jenstansfield.tumblr.com, and jenstansfield.wordpress.com.
And you can find me on Twitter, as well as Instagram at Angry Hero Sean, SHAWN. Also my Tumblr, theangryhero.tumblr.com. You can find all of our shows on SideshowNetwork.tv. You can check out all the other programs on Sideshow Network, and I highly recommend a lot of them. All of them. They're all fantastic. You can also rate and review and subscribe on iTunes and wherever your podcast app is of choice. Please review, give us 5 stars, leave a review. Whatever you think we deserve. Tell us if we're great. Tell us if you what are the American songs that would be good for
by the band America.
By the band America, that would be good for Captain America Sam to get pumped to. So
yeah.
So that's it for this week, folks. We will see you again next week.
Bye.